What ho chaps, how's it going? Welcome to another thrilling episode of the Shite You See on the BBC. As always, there remains an unending collection of pure bollocks on the homepage. This one is apparently important enough in a world gone mad to make one of the top 6 stories there. Mulan, Disney drops a character following Me Too movement. Apparently because Li Shang has dinner with her. They're uncomfortable with the power dynamics. Yeah, we know the communists are obsessed with fucking power. Everything's about power. No one cares about love or family or comradeship or camaraderie. No. Everyone's obsessed with power. Power, that's what drives us all. Fuck the kids. Get me some power. It says, I think particularly in the time of the Me Too movement, having a commanding officer that is also a love interest was very uncomfortable and we didn't think it was appropriate. Okay, well you don't want to deploy with the US fucking National Guard then because they all shag each other senseless. In Kabul they were fucking practically daisy chaining around the canteen. It was and the French were even fucking worse. So yeah, weird. Of course the French were worse. The French. If the French base was next door to a brothel, the fucking French soldiers wouldn't go home. They'd just stay in Afghanistan. I just don't understand why these creepy weirdos are obsessed with sex. They're like perverts. Like, they're obsessed with your race, and they're obsessed with your gender, and they're obsessed with sex. Like, they start saying, oh yeah, some Twitter users, like, that's always on there, isn't it? As if it's news. Oh, Twitter users are talking fucking nonsense. Oh, that's news. Let's put that on the BBC. It's actually really ridiculous that social media is considered a news source. But I like this one. A Twitter user, Sam the Great, described Li Shang as a bisexual legend, and one that would never use his position as her commanding officer to pressure her into a relationship. It's a fictional fucking character. Well, all right, perhaps it's not a totally fictional character. It's based on a Chinese myth, isn't it? But the Disney fucking that variant is. How does Sam the Great know that Li Shang is a bisexual legend? As far as I'm aware, Li Shang doesn't get round any of the blokes or women in the film. He has a slight what is he? He has dinner with Mulan. Well, where's the bisexual thing come in? Does he have dinner with Mulan and then bum a fucking granddad? Probably not. It's a kid's film, so that's a bag of shite. Fucking half the world's on fire and we're discussing whether or not a fucking cartoon character shags blokes. Yeah, strange. Once again, they're covering fucking Meghan Markle again. Hilary Mantel sees racial element in Meghan treatment. Well, you see a racial element in fucking everything. We could be talking about tap water and you'd see a racial element, wouldn't you? Dame Hilary Mantel suggested racism has been a factor in the criticism of the Duchess of Sussex. No, not racism. Insufferable smugness. That's what's been a factor. Appalling hypocrisy and insufferable smugness, telling everyone to mind the climate footprint while jetting around the world on a private jet is insufferable to the general public. It's not because she's got a tiny bit of a tan. She only looks even remotely racial because he's fucking ginger. If she had a normal husband, you wouldn't even be able to tell. It's fucking ridiculous. But I'm sick of talking about the cunt. I've made numerous videos. Ugh. Why this hideous ginger woman feels the need to open a fucking yap is beyond me. Oh, look how she's... it annoys me when she's got stereotypically British straight teeth as well. You would think a millionaire author dame would at least be able to get some fucking dentistry done. Why don't you go and see Meghan's dentist, Mrs. Mantle? Look, she's got some lovely pearly whites. You've got teeth like fucking Cocoa Pops. Take a leaf out of her book and go and get that fucking horror show you call a mouth sorted out. Don't embarrass me in front of the Americans by opening your fucking yap when you've got a set of dentures like that. Christ on a bike. This is a beauty, this one, look. How do I convince the Home Office I'm a lesbian? You could perhaps take your partner in and do some scissoring on the desk, maybe when you get interviewed. Maybe muff out a fat woman with masculine shoes on while Home Office civil servants watch on. How do you prove it? It says, Angel fled Zimbabwe in fear of her life after police found her in bed with another woman 5 years ago. Course she did. How do the coppers find you in bed? Haven't they all been saying this lately? Every year there's a new fucking flavour of the month for scamming your immigration officials, and the new one is we're gay as fuck. Like, I've seen numerous stories on the BBC in the last month about I'm gay, therefore I can move anywhere I want. It says, with us, it is difficult to tell if a person is lesbian or straight. No fucking shit. You can't tell by looking, can you? What we could do is, right, what about laser branding an L or a G on their head? That makes it nice and easy, doesn't it? Yeah? In the name of tolerance, get the fucking lasers out. Nice cartoon of two women snogging. The short version of this fucking story is this clear fiction is that she was in bed, the coppers burst in and said, "Oh, you dirty bitch," and then didn't do anything and didn't arrest her. So then she left, went to see a pastor, and he gave her some money and said, "Go to England, it's great over there." And then it says, a charity covered the cost of false documents and arranged a passage to the UK via France and a lorry from Calais to Dover. So, first of all, why do charities exist that fucking give them false documents? A charity? You mean a criminal organisation? That sounds like what fucking Al Capone used to do, make false documents for fucking people. Why the fuck have we got charities that do it? So basically, she fucked off from South Africa, claimed she was a leser, and then got some fake documents, and then snuck in the UK in a lorry, and you got refused asylum. Well, she fucking should do. Sorry, you've got no proof. All of that cockamamie story could be completely made up, and she snuck into the country with fake documents. She's getting fucking 40 quid a week and housing and counselling for PTSD. They know every trick the book, don't they? PTSD. You got PTSD because someone called you a leser? No, it's nonsense. I think it's fair to say it's absolute bollocks. It says she's got another solicitor, and in the end, they let her stay. Of course she fucking was. She broke in using fake documents, and she's allowed to stay anyway. She's now working to improve her English while helping other lesbian asylum seekers. For fuck's sake. Her greatest ambition is to bring her daughter. All right, and she's got a daughter as well. Well, loads of lesbians are into cock. Everyone knows that. I'm sure most genuine lesbians have got daughters, right? Yeah, you can get pregnant from scissoring with women. Fuck me. Pure fucking drivel from start to finish. And another unhappy outcome at the end. Fucking bollocks. Priti Patel is apparently a bully. What a load of shite that is. Some fucking balding posh cunt, this fella, Sir Philip Ruffman. Let's listen to this fucking wet blanket for a little bit.
I have this morning resigned as Permanent Secretary of the Home Office. I take this decision with great regret after a career of 33 years. I am making this statement now because I will be issuing a claim against the Home Office for constructive dismissal.
Two things. First of all, of course he's putting in a claim because he's yet another rich civil servant that gets all of his money off the taxpayer. Yeah, all the plumbers and the bricklayers have to pay his fucking wages, and he's bound to be a millionaire. Sir Philip Posh Twat. Second of all, there's a fucking bloke holding his umbrella like he's the fucking Queen of England, the cunt. So he's already rich, he's a sir, he's got a servant holding his umbrella for him, and he's whinging because an Asian woman of colour has been a bit mean to him. How do you get bullied by a woman, Philip? How? She says, you do this, and you say, fuck off. Quit your job if you don't want to do your job properly. Fucking leave. You don't need to sue anyone, and you certainly don't need to sue the state to get even more money when you've never done a fucking proper day's work in your life. You fucking twat. And yeah, there he is with his little fucking servant holding his umbrella. I don't want to listen to that cunt anymore. Point is, she's a brown woman. He's a posh white man, and everyone on the left sticking up for him. Go fucking figure that one out. It just goes to show you what I keep saying. Even they don't believe the shit they come out with. They know they don't believe any of the identity politics bollocks they come up with. It's purely ideological, because when it's someone who's brown and a woman, but she happens to vote Conservative, and in this case is a Conservative minister, they'll side with the straight, white, posh Sir Philip. They'll side with him all day long. They'll go, yeah, good job, Philip. And Owen Jones and the Guardian boys and the BBC, they fucking love Philip Ruttnam. Sir Philip, the millionaire white man, oligarch, they love him. And they hate her, the fucking brown woman. Weird, isn't it? Weird how they're siding with the Sir, the patriarchy, the millionaire white man oligarch, over the brown woman. Strange that, isn't it? They don't believe a word of it. They don't believe their own fucking bullshit. It's not about your gender or your colour. It's about your ideology. They know it and we know it. That's why they know that Boris Johnson isn't a racist. Because Boris Johnson likes Priti Patel and he doesn't like Sir Philip Ruttnam. It's transparent to anyone who isn't a fucking madman. My toy walrus waited 25... Why is this on the BBC? A middle-class woman with a toy walrus. Nobody cares. God, look at this one. why we need to be more emotional. Really? We live in an age of fucking histrionic emotional incontinence with grown men shrieking their fucking howling to the skies because they don't like Donald Trump. And apparently we need to be more emotional to save the world. That's some pretty good hyperbole, isn't it, that? Why we need to be more emotional to save the world. No, we don't. We need to stop being a bunch of fucking losers, get a grip, and start acting like men again. That's what we need to do. And women, stiff up a lip. That's what we need to do. Our emotions can help us connect with other people effectively and take better decisions that affect us all. Well, you think that because when people get emotional and see a crying child from Mexico, they go, oh, let them all in, fuck it, let them all in. And in the meantime, you've got a few 100,000 good law-abiding Mexicans who've done everything by the book and paid the way and had the medicals and paid the fees. And then they're going to go, oh, sorry, lads, you can't come in. We've just got to let in fucking 6 million random strangers because this woman started crying and got really upset about it. Get a grip, lads. We don't need to be more emotional. We need to be more fucking sensible. We need to practice the same intestinal fortitude that our forebears did and not be a bunch of fucking big girls' blouses. Which nation can claim the potato? Who gives a fuck? This is the homepage, look. We've got, like, Turkey's fucking just been bribing the EU. There's migrants flooding into Greece. The coronavirus is all over the fucking place. It's proper kicking off because the Russians just bombed a load of fucking Syrians. It's basically booting off over half the world. The EU's playing hardball with the UK. US has got its fucking own troubles. And we're reading about fucking potatoes. Who gives a fuck? I don't care who claims the tatey. In fact, I'm not even clicking on it. You can fuck off. Greenpeace protesters fucking closed 97 branches of Barclays. Right, listen, just to finish up with these fucking hippies, the BBC love taking their side, don't they? It's like, yeah, look at these heroic middle-class fucking protesters. We need to give Al-Qaeda and ISIS a week off and just smash these fuckers because they dug up the fucking green at the college in Bristol, was it? They're closing banks. They're stopping people from getting to work. I've talked about that before. I'll link the video at the end. They're taking the fucking piss massively. And I think it's about time we twatted the cunts. Give the SS a week off ISIS and fucking twat some of these ridiculous middle-class arseholes because they need a fucking good slap, these cunts. Oh, God. And I want to end on this one. This is fucking unbelievable. So, the short version on this story is that Keira Bell transitioned to male at her request and we paid for it. And then she waits a few years and sues the NHS because they did what she asked her for. Have you got that? That is literally what happened. She's suing them because she's saying they didn't take a cautious enough approach to the treatment. It's what people in the know have been saying for the last fucking 10 years. Everyone knows this. Jordan Peterson was talking about this fucking 5 years ago. He said the lawsuits are going to sort this gender bender fucking madness out. The lawsuits are going to sort it out because you're going to have little kids who were brainwashed when they were children and they're now doing things that are junk science that we don't know. We do not know the ins and outs of it. We don't know exactly how it's going to affect you to have puberty blockers and all these drugs pumped into you when you're a kid. We don't know the long-term effects. We're essentially experimenting on children because of LGBT activists. I'm not anti-LGBT. If you want to transition and you're a grown-up, you do it. But the idea that you can make these decisions when you're 16, 17 is fucking ridiculous. It's cruel and unusual punishment. That's what it fucking is. And I almost agree with Keira. It staggers me that these necky bastards get us to pay for their transition and then get us to pay for their counselling and then they wait a few years and then sue us because we did what they asked us to, what we asked them to. But it shouldn't be happening. There should be like a minimum age, like 20 or something. And then you should have to have plenty of counselling. And if you really, really, really want to do it, then fucking do it. But you also sign a waiver saying, here NHS, if I decide in 5 years' time I was a fucking idiot and I should have kept my cock, you're not to be blamed. Logical, right? Look, I've got this fucking shit Middlesbrough tattoo. They're one of the worst fucking teams in football history. If I could chisel it off with a sharp stone, maybe I would. But I'm stuck with it. Because when I was 18, I thought it was fucking cool to get a tattoo. And now I'm a grown man, I think it's a bit shit. Also, it's faded and gone pink, so it looks like a sort of homosexual pink lion. Terrible idea. But I'm not going to go and sue the tattoo artist because I made a stupid decision when I was 18. And I think Keira should maybe take a fucking leaf out of my book. Unbelievable. So there you go. Yet another fucking piece of blame we can put on these lefty activists. Experimenting on children is moral, apparently, in these crazy, crazy times. Of course it fucking is. You don't have to be a fucking visionary genius to know this, do you? Pumping teenagers full of mad drugs to change the gender maybe is a little bit of a silly idea. But these are the times we live in. Apparently, normal people can see it 10 miles away, but the powers that be, no fucking idea. Fill the children with drugs and we'll pay for it. And then when they get upset about it in a few years' time, well, we'll pay for that as well. Kira, see, I do feel a little bit sorry for you, love. You obviously got fucking lied to when you're a kid, brainwashed. But what we paying for it for? I like it when you just click on the story. Look, you just get bombarded with it. Transgender fertility, should the NHS pay? No. I don't feel like a girl or a boy. Don't care. My passport gender should be non-binary. Don't care. Gender-specific children's books. Yes, like have always existed for 10,000 years, you fucking lunatics. It's just endless drivel. I could make this video 2 hours long. It's like you click on one link and it just disappears down a crazy communist rabbit hole of just endless madness. Off it. Fucking off it. Clown world, right? We are living in fucking clown world. Good luck to you, Kira. I hope you manage to regrow a pair of tits and look less like a bloke. I'll see you guys next week. I'm sure 7 days will be more than long enough for the BBC to fill up with wall-to-wall insanity. These are the times we live in. Cheers.